Hello everyone who likes to view the lovely blue glow of dangerous amounts of electricity. I am BorderWise. Welcome back to From the Depths. And in particular, some more spin-lock shenanigans, because I'm apparently in the mood for that these days. Now, what we have here is a very basic EMP defense testing setup. Basically, you have a thing you want to protect from EMP, you have surge protectors, and you have just a strip of metal, standard ship material, that you have to work with, that the EMP surge is probably going to travel through. So, for those of you who don't know, the basic principle of EMP defense in From the Depths is the thing you don't want destroyed by EMP, like AI components, you stick them on non-conductive materials, in particular things like rubber and stone, which are the most EMP-resistant materials available. And you stick surge protectors on the things which are conductive. And so the surge protectors pull surges away from your more vulnerable bits, provided you put them in the right place. And that should all be hunky-dory and cool. So EMP is a bit funny. It firstly tends to prioritize going for surge protectors. But then, after that, second priority is going for the path of most damage. So yeah, there are ways around, like, there's nasty tricks you can do to keep EMP surges away from your more vulnerable bits. And so with my EMP test tool, I'm going to drop this down to a nice round 10,000. See if our thing works here. It works just fine. It goes into the surge protector. A few more surges. Let's try that. Doing pretty well. Put it over here. And you'll see that it's going for the surge protector because the rubber block offers a path of resistance that EMP surges do not like very much. So there is that. The problem comes with this setup is when the EMP surges get really, really big. So if we crank that up to 100,000, the thing will take out the surge protector. In fact, it took out two of them. And then it took out the AI mainframe as well. So small amounts of EMP do not behave exactly the same way as really big amounts of EMP. So that's stage 1 EMP defense, where you just kind of slap surge protectors around willy-nilly, which is admittedly something I do very often because I'm just lazy, I guess. There are more cunning ways to do it. In fact, there's cheaper ways to do it as well. So rather than having surge protectors like this, what you do is you have smaller surge protectors stuck out in a way that the EMP surge essentially gets trapped. Because here's one of the rules with EMP, and let me just go dig up me notes on this. You saw nothing. EMP never moves backwards. No matter how strong, it'll stop once it reaches the end of a set of blocks, and it will never backtrack through the same path it took going forward. You can take advantage of this, so, or at least I've never seen it do that. So we're going to now, with our, how strong is our EMP defense? So 100,000 EMP, we do this, 1, and it went for that surge protector, and then it had nowhere to go. So it didn't backtrack, it didn't do anything like that, it essentially got grounded on that block and stopped. And you can do that once, twice, and then you have it. So, sticking your EMP blocks out a little bit on a little stick, so to speak, means that you can stop absolutely gigantic EMP surges. And in fact, we're going to crank this thing all the way up to maximum, which looks like 1 million is as high as this goes, which I believe you can get higher than that with like an overclock particle cannon in particular. That, and same story. 1, 2, 3... and then the fourth one will actually do it. So that is a really big deal. Is like whenever possible, you have little surge protectors like stuck out on a stick, so to speak. And you can get quite creative in your internals with these sticks. But you've probably noticed by the title of this video that we're talking about like spin block or sub-object rather surge protectors. So I guarantee you I'm not the first one to think of this. Somebody in the massive hive mind that is the From the Depths community will have stumbled on this and shared it. Goodness knows where exactly, probably somewhere deep in the depths of Reddit or the From the Depths official Discord. But anyway, there's no way in hell I came up with this first. What you can do, and this is something that occurred to me when I was trying to EMP-proof turrets, is part of the ways to test that, I was seeing what path EMP takes if it hits the hull, and then, like, fries the local weapon controller on the turret, like so. It turns out that EMP if in order to reach something on the subobject, it has to go through the subobject itself. So that's a big deal. So it means that if I put this something like, and this is on the turret, by the way, and I put, I don't know, something like this over here, and this should, it should go for this. I should probably get rid of that. Let's see what happens. So if I do something like this, okay, I should get rid of that, but I'm gonna have to replace it, so that's annoying. Okay then, what if I do something like this? Oh, you can't ignore this, can you? No way you can ignore this. Also, I should turn this on, damage debugging, record EMP effects. So even if I drop the EMP charge over here, okay, get rid of you for a second because you're ruining this. Even if I drop it like over here, which is, hold on, let's get rid of this. Get out of here. So even if I drop it here, which is physically closer to that metal block, you will see that the EMP surge backtracks, so to speak. I know it said it couldn't do that, poor word choice, into the turret block, and then it goes along and destroys whatever that is. So that means that with subobjects, you can really bottleneck EMP surges. So where's the thing? There it is. So if I do this first of all, and go, whoops, Control Z, and get rid of this turret here, and do something like this, and I have a subobject here, and on that subobject I will do something like this. So 5 little things right there, and you might think that since these are like this is like 3 blocks in a row, that the EMP surge would be able to go along here, jump into this surge protector, across the spin block, take out that one, and then carry on its merry way over there. So let's just see what happens, shall we? That is, in fact, not what happens. It goes along the beam, goes into the spin block, and then it terminates in one of those surge protectors. And let's do it again. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's like 5 1 million power EMP shots that have been taken out. This is why people say that EMP is simultaneously one of the hardest, most annoying things to deal with, but also one of the easiest. So for things like this, giant EMP surges, you can just have a whole bunch of stuff on spin blocks, and then you can basically be mostly EMP proof. So let's just repair you like that. And the great thing about these little situations like this is that you can make them bigger if you so choose. So if we do something like this, for instance, what we can do is we can do this nice flat thing like that. You shouldn't put them in the middle because then more than one surge protector will get taken out. And that's, how many is that? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wait, no, it's 4 times 4, that's 16. So this should be able to take 16 1 million EMP damage shots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, my math is bad. So that's really handy. This is an incredibly handy way of defending your craft from like EMP surges. And let's just repair all of that. So, and you can go really nuts with this. You can do something like this as well, just whenever you have space enough. So that's added like, how many more? 5 more? 17 more shots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and one more, 18. So that makes a huge difference. So especially if you put that little sub-object, like on a heavy armor block or something. By the way, EMP loves traveling along heavy armor because it has no resistance whatsoever. So get rid of this because it's kind of annoying. You'll see that heavy armor has 0 EMP damage reduction. And so EMP really loves traveling along it. So there's a way to demonstrate that, actually. So we have a shorter path here. But if we go with the heavy armor, whee! I bet you $1 it'll go via the heavy armor every time. Let's see what happens. Yep, so you see that? Another handy way to slow down EMP is like just have heavy armor loops, so to speak. And just put, well, just surge protectors in general, but also these kind of little spin-blocked EMP traps just everywhere. I guess, yeah, spin-block EMP trap is what you would call this. So, like I said before, I bet you dollars to donuts. I'm not the first person to think of this. Maybe everyone else already knew, but I haven't seen it. So, I'm assuming not everyone knows about it. But if you learned something in this, do let me know. If you already knew that this was a trick you could do, just essentially having a spin-block EMP trap, do let me know, because the advantage of like putting it on a spin block is that you'll notice that this little thing, this spin block, not spin block, this surge protector right here is technically, it is touching this metal beam here, but the EMP still has to go through and get bottlenecked in the sub-object itself, which means that you can jam this in a much tighter space. Problem with just having surge protectors just willy-nilly on blocks like this is they do need to be clear of other blocks. You can't have them touching like this because the EMP surge will jump from one to the other. So, take advantage of the fact that EMP has to go through the sub-object itself, it can't jump through air gaps, and if it finds itself like at the end of a block path, it'll be stuck there. Very, very handy. So yeah, I guess this isn't the most exciting video, like nothing is exploding or anything. Oh, hang on. Nope, things can explode. If we really want to, by gum, things can explode. See? Like this. We want a bigger explosion than that. Come on now, I'm just having fun now. There we go. What a way to end a video. So, I hope you learned something, and if you didn't learn anything, I hope you've had fun anyway. And thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps, and there's fun perks in it for you. Thank you to all my current supporters, and I will see you next time in From the Depths. Farewell.